What kind of stuff? Hey
Oh,
everybody.
I gotta
I don't
pull
think
up the stream.
I don't think there's so much everybody, but we do have two viewers. I don't know if one of them is me and one of them is you or what.
I'm checking.
Oh well, if you haven't pulled it up yet, then it's clearly not you. Who could it be? A mystery.
Yeah, two people. Alright.
Two people.
Owen L and Drapsnat, what up?
Hmm?
Owen L and Drapsnat, what up?
Owen Allen draft snapped.
I think it might be current, not sure.
Hmm.
Clicking buttons.
Down to one viewer.
Oh, that music gets me going every time.
It's good
Gets
stuff.
me ready for the quest.
It's good stuff.
Oh yeah.
So what have you been up to? I suppose you started your new job today, huh?
Yep, started my new job today. It's been a couple of months, maybe like 9 of them
Yeah.
since I've been
Oh
working.
jeez, 9 months.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that's my fault. Take that. But hey, I'm back. Let's do it. Pay off a little
Nice.
bit of debt, riding those credit cards dirty. I don't recommend that.
Ooh. Well, good to start paying it off.
Yep. Gotta pay these bills somehow.
Nothing better for that than a job with the state, right?
Yeah. We take those safe jobs, right?
Yeah, very safe.
Yeah. Yes. That's all we'll say about it.
How was your first day?
Oh no, it was good. Just your normal onboarding crap.
That's good.
The huge.
Nothing too red flaggy. Nothing too scary.
No, it's
Yeah, it's good.
your
to
normal,
hear. Just your normal everyday.
government affair, I guess.
Excellent. Well, that's good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think if there's anything.
On the flip side, my old man mustache was very very sad and weak.
Yes.
So, rip to one of the best boys out there.
Rip to a real one. That's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
I started when I was telling Trisha about that. I started crying.
I was
Just
bawling my
about
eyes out at the vet. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Poor
If you
mustache.
want, I have a link to all of the pictures and/or videos I have taken of him. I went through all of my Google photos. It's just something like 1,500. It's like 50% of the pictures I've taken, at least, have been just of that cat over the last like 4 or 5 years. So,
I would
you want
love
to see
that.
that?
I
Yeah,
would love
can send you a
that.
link to that.
He lived a good long life.
He really did. I'm lucky to have had him for so long because the vet's theory is it wasn't just like normal organ failure. It was more than likely cancer, which also
Oof.
not
Oof,
uncommon
oof,
for older cats. So
Yeah.
it could have been he lived with that for a long time, which would explain the like puking, the vomiting every like week to a month that he did for years. But something else started going out in one of the later stages, so
Makes a lot of sense.
it was definitely time.
He
Even
really.
knowing that going into it, I was still extremely sad to do that.
I remember.
Not great.
I remember when Melissa first got him, he wasn't in the best of health, and then he improved a lot, just with like
Mm-hmm.
some
He
good,
was so stressed
just some
out.
good care. Yeah.
Yep, he was so stressed out, and they figured out he was probably just A, stressed out, B, I don't know if they got him on, if Melissa got him on the appropriate food, but that was definitely something that I eventually switched him to, and that seemed to help keep him healthy.
Yeah.
And, yeah, the last like month he lost weight and couldn't put it back on, and there was muscle wastage. It was pretty sad, but it was definitely time.
18 years though. 18 years.
Uh,
right?
According to the documentation, it was at least
At
16
least
years. So they
at
don't
least
know.
16 years, so they're not quite
Yeah,
sure.
they don't know his actual birth date. Like me and Melissa think that he was older than what the vets estimated, but because like I have two pieces of documentation from two different vets saying his birthday is two different like days, like
Sure.
a year plus apart. So
He definitely always seemed like he had seen some shit, you know?
yep. We know he was at least in and out of the shelter multiple times. He definitely uh, was like adopted by an older couple, and then like the grandpa died, and the grandma couldn't take care of him, so he went to the shelter, went with a family. They stayed with the family for a little bit. Family couldn't take care of him or couldn't meet his needs or whatever, so then he went back. Apparently, that may have happened like another time or two. So he was very, very scared of going with that, but he came over to Melissa, and then he eventually picked me and figured out if he befriended me enough, he could hide in my room, and that was his favorite thing to do.
And that
so,
you would let him drink from the tub.
Yep, he loved the tub water. He loved
the
hanging
tub
out with me in
water.
the bathroom because it was away from the other cats, where he could take a nap in peace and solitude. So yeah, ended up with him. He got a lot nicer, moved down here. He tolerated all of my friends. Shout out. Like, he only really ever scratched and or bit me because I was pushing him, and my other friend that loved also pushing him. Shout outs to him for being there for me at the vet. So, yeah.
Well, you think you're gonna get another cat, or are you just gonna be petless for a while?
When I walked out of the room, I looked at the carrier and thought, yeah, maybe I'll get another cat someday, so I grabbed it. It was my
Nice.
carrier, but I was like, oh, I'll donate it because I don't plan it. Well, maybe. I have all of this stuff in a pile in the corner. I'll think about it. Maybe someday.
Yeah,
Maybe when I move to a new apartment. But
yeah, that makes sense. And I imagine it would be tough to it's not something you would want to do right away. Certainly.
I definitely want to get some months down on my job, pay off some debt.
Oh god, yeah.
And then see if there's another old man at the shelter that needs some help.
Aww.
We'll see.
That's sweet.
Now I have to get used to the like. Every time I'm done doing something on the computer, I check my bed to see if he's sitting there. Or when I go up to the kitchen, I check the living room to see if he's sitting on his favorite chair. Or yeah, I'm working on it, getting over it. Got a lot of friends that help me out, so
that's good. That's good. In very different, slightly lighter news, I got my yearly dose of mini golf last night.
Oh,
yeah.
Where'd you mini golf at?
The only place for mini golf within 100 miles.
Is that true?
Good old. I don't know exactly 100 miles. I think when I searched on Google Maps for mini golf, the closest place that came up was an hour and a half away. But
yeah, isn't there one over like on the way to Detroit Lakes?
yeah,
No.
Corey was saying that there's
Detroit Lakes.
Corey was saying that there's a place just outside of Detroit Lakes that must not
I remember driving by it.
have come up on the search. So we definitely had some talk about like, hey, maybe next year let's go to this other place, because we've gone to Thunder Road for many
10 plus
years. Like, we've seen the disrepair that it fell into.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Data. We definitely maxed water, and it was extremely a good idea.
Yeah, it just sets your. I forget. There's some like spell damage number that it just sets it to when you max out one of the or any of the elemental tiers. So, like, it's kind of the right call, especially water first. Like
the damage difference from 49 to 50 was huge.
Yeah. Something stupid. I at least from the guides I read, it didn't seem like it was going to do that.
Oh, come on.
Come on, give it the goods.
Come on, give me the goods. But yeah, last year we didn't do mini golf. We went to the driving range, which was not as fun, in my opinion. It's
That's fair.
You know, we were there for like an hour, I think, and I hit my improvement threshold like 30 minutes in and was just like, I'm not going to get any better than this. And
Yeah, it's
I'm
definitely like
sick of
practicing your big golf swing if you like doing that stuff. I liked going with Derek when we were, or my brother when we were in another state, and he liked using the what he called the power wedge, which is what the P stands for, and he'd hit the ball with like the front edge of it, and it'd make this horrendous crack, and he'd hit it like 150 yards. That's not how that club is used.
Christ
I was
almighty.
waiting for him to split a ball. No, I think I got like one like 200 plus yard hit in. I was very proud. It rolled up to the back fence.
Oh, wow.
I'm super strong. It's technique, which I had very little practice in, so I tired myself out real quick. But it's fun. I like trying to hit ball real far.
This was before I was like out, and Nick like recorded a Snapchat video of me swinging and sent it to Trisha, and Trisha said, "Lol, Zin swings like a girl."
And exactly what I thought.
And Nick thought that was the funniest thing he had ever seen, and showed it to me, and I was like, "This is very funny for maybe a different reason than you
like
suspect."
8 different reasons. There are 5 layers you're not catching right now, and it's hilarious because you're not getting it yet.
Because I'm over here like, on one hand, I want you to know that I'm not offended by this, but on the other hand, I don't want you to know that I'm not offended by this yet.
Wonderful.
But it's just not as, I don't know, it was fun, and like there's plenty of time to chit chat, but like, you know, nobody's balls are bonking into each other, nobody's like getting angry at having a bad shot. You know, it's just like raw skill, and so there's no like interactivity, so it's not much of a game.
Yeah. Is it just a driving range? Is that the one that they set up in like, where is it at? This one with the big like netting.
Yeah, the huge netting, and the like. During the winter they have like a snow plow that's constantly going by, and so I guess like an unofficial sport that people play that they're really not supposed to is try and hit the snowplow with your ball.
Is it? Have you been to a Top Golf?
Top Golf, probably not. I don't really do
that one has
any
like
golf.
That's fair. So Top Golf has like a couple of like fake holes with like little flags. Like some of them will be really close by, and some will be really really far out there. And also it'll have like rings around it that if you get the ball to land in one of the rings, then like there's a game with like getting so many points.
They had like,
and then like how far away you hit.
They had like
whatever.
Like a virtual thing like that, where like you could see on a screen like holes that you were trying to get it into and stuff like that. But
makes sense.
Most of us couldn't participate in that because they were all far beyond what we were able to hit.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's like Franklin and Corey were getting out that far because Frank is a pro golfer, and it was Corey's second time, and he had done a bunch of obsessive research into improving his swing.
Nice.
But the rest of us couldn't manage quite so far.
Takes practice.
Yeah, I guess Franklin, his grandparents owned a golf course. And so, like, when he was a kid, he was getting brought out to the golf course and, like, had a set of clubs and, like, golfed and played at the driving range fairly often. And so now, like, he knows how to golf, which is also one of the reasons why he's the best at mini golf out of the group. And the rest of us are just like, this is our first or second time. But the Bloody Marys were really good.
The Top Golf is basically a super expensive Applebee's with golf minigame attached.
I think it's like a Top Golf. It's something like that. But this was probably the best I've ever done at mini golf. I feel like it was one of my better runs, and it's also the first time that I have mini golfed in heels. So clearly, I should have been wearing heels to mini golf a lot earlier. Data says Applebee's is an S-tier restaurant. I don't know about that.
For the price.
For the
price.
For the price, if you go during like happy hour and get the apps,
yeah,
I will agree then.
Not for the drinks, which is like you get a little like 2-ounce shot glass and they fill it with like 90% ice.
Yeah.
And then the drink is 90% sugar anyway.
Yeah.
Walking potion.
10
parts sugar, 90 parts whiskey. Except that's 95 parts sugar and 5 parts apple juice.
That's a bev check. That's what I'm drinking. I got my walking potion. Isn't it
bring a bag of chowder?
Oh yeah, it's a bag. It's chowder that's in the bag. It's not the drink that's in the bag.
And in the summer, I bring a bag of banana chowder.
Christ. Oh God, so gross.
Yeah.
So yeah, you had a yearly mini golf excursion.
Gotta have that.
We had originally planned it for Saturday, but then it rained, so they played board games instead, and I guess they got Root, which sounds pretty fun.
Root?
Yeah, Root.
What's that?
It's a board game. I don't know a ton about it because I didn't actually play it. It's made in Minnesota, I think, something like that. It's made by it's made by somebody from Minnesota.
I thought this was familiar. Looks cute.
Yeah, it's all animal people too. So I was like, I bet Tyler would like this.
Nice.
Of
course.
I guess like it's especially interesting because every faction, there's like 4 factions and they each play totally differently. So each one is sort of playing its own little game, which sounds very good. So hopefully someday I'll get to play that, but I could only do something one night of the weekend. And I was like, I need my mini golf, so I'm not going to come to board games. This caterpillar is powerful.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those.
You know, in most games, caterpillars are like an early game, super weak enemy.
Yeah, it's like those and like little tiny field mice that you like punt across the hill.
I don't want to see what the butterflies in this game look like. That's gonna be
you've seen
terrible.
a couple.
Have I?
I thought so. I mean, you have the water pillars, so you can hit them fairly easily. But,
well, those are like pixies.
Like the ones you can't swing at. I guess, yeah.
Those are pixies. I'm concerned about what these caterpillars turn into. If they're this strong already,
I think there's like another recolor of the weird giant bat near the end game. That'll be fun for you.
Oh boy. Those really weird fucked up bats.
Mm-hmm. Nope, 2 caterpillars. Good luck.
2 caterpillars. Well, there were 2 of them before, too. That's some kind of fire spell that it's using, right? Christ. Nice.
Me and my friend Joe that I brought with, that we did the Midwest Hot Lap through.
Yeah.
We've been playing a lot of Commander lately. I finally put together a Muldrotha deck.
Oh!
And I've been just top decking and wrecking.
Did you see all the crazy announcements? Sorry, you go ahead and tell me your story, and then we'll talk about them.
Yeah. But I mentioned, like, oh yeah, we put a cube together a while ago, and they're like, oh. And I was like, oh man. I wonder if anybody's played the cube. Have you played the cube at all? Has it seen any use?
We sure have not.
Darn.
Franklin was asking me about it a little while back, like, hey, should we play the cube? And I'm like, I would love to, but I don't know who is going to come. Like, it'll be me and you, and that's everybody.
You can always win Stinnett or Sealed. Those are options.
Yeah.
Not as fun, but...
But it's also like there's the opportunity cost of like, well, we're gonna get 2 people together to do cube, or we could do something else that's more fun with 2. Yeah, we could literally do anything else.
Yeah, I'd say with like 2 to 4 people, I think just getting commander decks together is probably better.
Yeah,
I have been having a lot of fun with Commander.
my
Also, like, the Commander pre-mids have been pretty impressive. My friend's really big into Warhammer 40k, and I didn't know that there were Commander decks for that, so I bought him one of those,
yeah.
and they've picked up Magic real quick, and they're
Oh, cool.
joking and lulzing about all of the lore, and we're learning a lot about Warhammer 40k. My goodness, what a
Yeah,
game!
I imagine
What a
that's
story.
for someone who's into Warhammer. I imagine that's a pretty good onboarding experience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I keep telling myself like I need to learn to like Commander because I don't like Commander, but it's what everyone plays. So if I want to play Magic again casually, it's like I'm gonna need to have to get a Commander deck together and play that.
It, and I feel like Commander is super cool because it is just a bunch of one-ofs, and you don't have to spend like it's super easy to make a Commander deck for less than $100, which
Yes.
is rare to say for most Magic formats. And then like because it's a 100 card singleton format, like every time you play, it's gonna be quite different depending on like what colors and stuff you pick.
Yeah. The problem is that games take 3 hours,
They they can take a long time.
and the
Yes, I
games tend to
agree.
be super non-interactive. Like I'm used to playing,
Hmm.
like limited, where you play super aggressive, and I have
Hmm.
learned that if you try to play that way in Commander, you are the first person to get out.
It that totally depends on the play group and what commanders everybody's playing. At least the last several games that I've played, which were like one-on-one and like three-player commander. Usually, if one person pipes up a little bit or does a little bit extra, or like gets it runs or it isn't like first place, getting pretty quick or early to get to the finish line, the other two team up on them.
Yes.
And so it's been kept mostly even. Like I'd say my deck is a fairly higher power level than the other decks, but the other decks can pop off way harder than mine.
Well, and
Like mine's
that's
more resilient, but theirs is more explosive, and so it's kind of been fairly well balanced.
I
It's
think
at least it's been interesting.
I do feel like Commander is best in 1v1 or 3 player, in 2 player or 3 player.
Hmm.
It's when you start getting like 5, 6 players that it becomes uh, kind of a slog.
Yeah,
It's like
I
it
feel like
takes so
four-player
long
commander is
between
plenty.
turns, and there's so much politicking where it's like if you are the first person, like everyone will leave you alone as long as you're not casting spells that affect anyone else. But as soon as you start attacking, everyone is going to gang up on you. And so there's this whole like, and I know that one of the points of Commander is this like political aspect to it,
Yep,
um,
yep,
but it is the part of it that I hate. I can't stand it,
totally fair.
um, because I'm just not used to interacting with it, and
Hmm.
that like the engine building aspect of Magic is part of it that I don't have as much excitement for.
Also fair.
Uh, but Commander is what everybody plays.
Hmm.
Uh,
I would say it's probably the easier format to get into, and
oh,
also it's
absolutely.
not like dredged in. You have to play perfectly. It's more like everybody's
Yes.
getting together and play a game, and there's a lot more social stuff happening versus it being like you need to play all these combos. You have to play all these cards just correctly. You have to play draw spells and things at the end of your opponent's turn. You got to watch out for counters. That
Oh
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. Absolutely. I
good
mean,
interests are on board for me.
I'm not over here being a spike either. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to standard tournaments and cleaning up or anything. Uh,
Oh, that's fine.
yeah, but I'm not good enough at
Yeah, I
Magic
know.
for that.
I think you're good enough at Magic to do whatever you want.
I'm not good enough at Magic to win tournaments in Standard. I'm good enough at Magic to sometimes do good at like a pre-release.
That's fair.
Like I did kind of crush at which set was that? It wasn't the Lord of the Rings set. It was the
March of the Machine.
March of the Machine. Yeah, March of the Machine.
March of the Machine.
I did kind of clean up that. I went 4-0.
Hell yeah.
Felt pretty good. It was my first pre-release in a
Sounds
long
like
time.
sounds like you can crush at Magic then.
Well,
No questions.
there was also very few people there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because it was the second day,
Yep.
and it was also simultaneous with the two-headed giant. So most of the people there were playing two-headed giant.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Sure.
but yeah, I was thinking about trying to put together a like a Cascade commander deck because I just love Cascade. Uh, and so I was excited to find out that that's like one of the archetypes of the Warhammer 40k decks.
Yep, that's the one that my friend got. It's it is quite fun, and once he figured out like how Cascade works, his like eyes absolutely lit up. Like, oh, I get free spells, so I can just attack, and then I pay play this big of a spell because I did this much damage, and I get to cast a spell, and oh, I cascade again. Oh, that's
I
fun.
I have my Cascade deck that I played against one of my coworkers a couple times, and he had never encountered the mechanic before, and he's playing like a blue control deck, and Cascade's really good. Like it's just
Yep,
really
free
good.
spells.
He didn't really know how
Mm-hmm.
to deal with it, and at one point, like in the second game, he's like, okay, I cast a Cascade spell, and he's like, all right, I counter, and I'm like, all right,
Okay, I cascade first.
hold on a second.
But yeah.
I need to tell you, I still get to. I'm so sorry. I still get to Cascade if you counter my spell. He's like, oh
Mm-hmm.
no, but I counter it. I'm like, no, but Cascade happens on cast, so
Yep.
you can counter it, but I still get to Cascade. So knowing that, would you like to not do it? He was like,
Mm-hmm. You can
this.
still you can
He's
still
like, this
wait for the
sucks.
cascaded card to show up, and then choose which one you want to counter. But yeah, I get two spells basically
Yeah,
for the price of one. It's a deal.
it's a great deal. We haven't
All spells must
played
go.
much since then. That was the first game of Magic that I had played in a long time, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like the adrenaline rush made me just like I was shaking. I was shaking with it.
I love it.
Um, and I guess he must have told that story to his fiance because then she was like, "Were you Joe? Were you threatening her? Were you making her feel unsafe that she was having an adrenaline rush?" And I was like, no, no, no. It's just because I haven't played anything competitive for 3, 4 years.
Love it. Dude, what a rush.
She's here, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Shannon, what's your story? Where do I get that poofy shoulder shirt
People,
like you?
people build a metropolis to last 1,000 years, but a human lifetime is just a passing thought. I don't.
Alright, Shannon.
What do you mean, Shannon?
Are you out there building empires? Are you looking for ageless people to build your empire for?
Just a
I want to know.
A human lifetime is just a passing thought. To who? To you? To you, Shannon?
Shannon. Shannon, what those bangs hiding?
I'm monopolizing the stream.
Oh,
Lesbian
no.
pride.
Oh, I want to see it.
Look at
Oh.
this.
Show the other side.
Ooh.
Show the other side. Look at this.
Lesbian pride.
Yo, that's sick.
Gay bitches,
I love it.
unite.
Gay bitches, represent.
Have fun.
Bitches
Love
represent.
you.
Wonderful. This excellent stream monopolizing. Powerful.
Trisha's been working on that for a couple months now, and
Nice.
it's been sitting on the loom for a while. And in the past week, we've made it a priority to get her some time to actually sit down and work on it. And it's like 5 days later, she's done with it. And it really goes to show,
Honestly.
like you can finish stuff. Like you've got more time than you think. You know.
Mm-hmm. It's just everybody's so set in their ways and like so used to spending their time doing things. Like I like playing video games, but for some reason I can't unless the game is absolutely like enthralled me. I can't do very long stints of it. So I'm like, Baldur's Gate 3 will destroy me. But I'll get like 2 hours into it and be like, man, that was a lot of decisions, and I've completely combed this area. I've read every book, I've opened every chest,
Yeah.
I've talked to and convinced every single enemy that we're not gonna fight. You're gonna let me through here, and it's gonna be fine. So like I have done so little combat. It's wonderful. I'm literally.
Nice.
I think there's like the first like enemy boss fortress type thingy, and I've walked up to all three of the like bosses you're supposed to clear, and I was just like, hey, yo, what up? I'm supposed to be here. And they're like, cool, you're gonna help me out. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Cool, yep.
So are you playing as a bard?
I am playing, I think I made my own character. It's a Dragonborn Druid, big surprise.
Druid.
I
Of course.
have-
And of course, a Dragonborn.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
Asterion in my party. That's the
That's the
very
vampire.
dashing
Oh, that's not
my
spoilers.
friends, I guess my friends. I was on a Discord call playing it, and one of my friends was just like, "Oh, what's this achievement you got, Vyrn?" I was like, "Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry, it's just a little nibble. It's fine." What was the Steam achievement I got?
Are you romancing
Yeah,
Asterion?
Shh. Hold on. I gotta click this. I gotta click activity. Where is it?
Fargo? Fargo has escaped?
Hey, have you heard?
Fargo?
Fargo's escaped. They say he's a murderer.
Fargo's a
Aren't you
murderer? Is the next boss named Fargo?
The next boss is named Fargo.
Time to go kill Fargo.
I
Oh my
guess.
god.
I don't know. Am I gonna be on a list?
Yeah, he uses fire magic.
Oh,
Oh my god.
wonderful.
Well, let's find the NPC named Moorhead in this game. There's gotta be at least one, right?
Yeah. So the achievement is called Just a Nibble,
Mm-hmm.
and so they were like, "Hey, Vyrn, what's this about? What's the Just a Nibble achievement?" I was like, "Oh, just a little nibble between bros. It's fine."
Just a little.
And one of my friends was very upset. They're like, "Dude, come on, tell us." And I was like, "All right. If anybody doesn't want Baldur's Gate 3 spoilers, get out of the call or let me know." And then nobody said anything. So I was like, "Yeah." I let him drink a little bit of my blood. It's fine. Don't fail the rolls to tell him to stop though, because your character will straight up die, and you'll just have to move to a different character.
Incredible. With that madman Fargo on the loose, anything could happen. Oh Christ.
Better get to his little lair, and it's just like him and like a huge pit of lava and like a wood chipper.
Yeah. Oh God.
You gotta bring it home.
I played a fair amount of the like first release of the
Beta.
demo of Baldur's
Yep.
Gate 3.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a ton of stuff that I missed because I was like, so for one thing, I was playing as a rogue, so all of my stuff like didn't recharge. Like I didn't need to take short rests or long rests or anything. And I was also like it tells you work fast because otherwise the parasite will kill you. So I was like, all right, so like I have to use as few long rests as possible. And so I got through most of it without taking any long rests.
Wow.
And so I missed out on a ton of shit that happens when you sleep. Like,
Yep.
There's all this stuff with the parasite appears to you as like a sexy person, and like tries to tempt you. And I saw people talking about these special parasite abilities, and I'm like, I never got any of those. Huh? How? Oh,
Yeah,
you're supposed to.
I realized after using the parasite abilities a couple times, I just suddenly had like using this is bad.
Yeah, using these are bad for you. That's the
I'm
corruption
actually powering
route.
up the. Yeah. Although I have seen a hint on Twitter that corruption route leads to, maybe a cute extra form for, I don't know if it's a druid specific
Cute.
form, but, maybe a little displacer beast transformation. I'm curious.
Oh, wow.
That sounds fun. I want to play as a blinking kitty cat.
The way that you use cute is different from the way that I use cute.
That's fair.
I have to like mentally asterisk it with like, remember, this is Vyrn saying cute, not
Just a big cat, couple extra tentacles, murders things in the dark. That's fine.
I mean, that's better than what I was first imagining like you would get from the parasite. So I do like Displacer Beasts. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it might not be related to that route though. I just think it's
Oh,
something
okay.
that happens elsewhere. Like it's something that somebody mentioned in a repost or something.
Oh, not a retweet. Um, did you see the movie?
Which movie?
The D&D movie,
No, I had. Wait.
the new one.
What? Yes.
You saw it?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
trying to remember what happened in it.
They have to do the heist and stuff. You know, it's the bard who has
How
to get
come
the
I can't
team
remember
together.
the ending?
They use the staff to make a portal on the hot air balloon, and the treasure falls out of it and lures everyone out, and then they fight the wizard. And the ending made me
Okay.
cry because it's about parenthood.
I remember this.
You remember it now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Anyway, the
Yes.
point is, their displacer beast. The way that they have those work is not how it works in D&D, but is 1,000 times better than how they actually work in D&D. Where like the tentacles are like
Amazing.
they like project an illusion of the displacer beast.
Yes.
Extremely
love
good.
that.
Extremely good.
Mm-hmm.
Red Wings.
Oh,
It gives you
her name
wings.
was Ring.
Her name was Ring.
So what's the story of this town? It looks like quite the blockbuster, eh? Hmm?
It's
Huh?
it's
Hmm?
the rich. Wait, what?
It's all like blocks.
Oh.
And then they look too clean.
Ah.
So my brain said block, and then it filled in with whatever 90s
Blockbuster.
thing my brain nostalgia to my face hole.
There you go. The Vyrn formula.
Mm-hmm. Say word. Is there a 90s reference to be had? Go for it.
Heard the rumor
Sheldon?
about Fargo.
Yo, is this an episode of Big Bang?
Bazinga!
Heard the rumor about Bazinga?
He tried to take over our town and changed the name of the town to Fargo. Lord Schreiker.
Yo,
That's a
I
hell of a
figured if
name.
we had I feel like Fargo would elect a mayor with fire powers. Let's be real.
Fargo made good his escape. Well, it
I
sounds
wonder what happened to Mayor Schreiker.
better go destroy
Lord.
Fargo. What was I gonna say? Oh, Baldur's Gate. I still have to decide, like what class I want to do.
Bazinga.
Because I played a rogue before, but I'm thinking something different now. Gotta think about it some. Maybe a warlock.
a strong hint for it's the same with other Larian Studio games like Divinity Original Sin 2
Yeah.
and 1. Definitely have somebody in your party that can speak with animals.
Yes. Yeah, because you can talk to all of them.
Yep.
It's a very
Absolutely.
full-featured game.
There is. I do have a slight spoiler because I'm very interested in how like they translated the rules of D&D into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Sheldon is absolutely a plot hook. He's gonna show up and like save us to defeat the final boss. I mean, he's dressed in the same colors as Bryan. Maybe he's like the head of the Bryan fan club. So if I may do a slight bit of spoiler,
Yeah,
there is
go
a
for it.
camp. There's a camp, like one of the first camps you get to. It's like the Druid Enclave.
Mm-hmm.
There are 3 oxen that you meet that are right next to each other, and they're called the Hungry Ox, the Bored Ox, and the Strange Ox. And if you talk to them, they're very obvious what they do. The Strange Ox, it seems that there is more to him than meets the eye. So I rolled a persuasion check, and I have animal friendship. Now, animal friendship specifically works on animals with intelligence 3 or
Yeah.
less.
Did it fail on the
But-
Strange Ox?
It didn't. How it showed it to me though was, so I wanted to roll a persuasion check. Be like, yo, bro, tell me, like,
What's
you know
so,
I'm good.
what's
I'm
so
a druid.
what's so
I'm here to help you out."
strange about you, bro?
Yeah, tell me your story, bro. I want to hear. Like, hands on chin on the ground, talking to the ox. And the game like defaults to like, here's your plus to insight, and here's your plus to if you want to select your bonus for guidance, you can do the D4 thing, which obviously you have a cleric in your party for guidance.
Yep.
And then there's also the option in there, or it selects it automatically. The advantage, you get an advantage roll for animal friendship for creatures
charming
with
the
intelligence 3 or less.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and that's just animal friend. Like it makes them friendly to you for a little bit if their intelligence is 3 or less.
Because it's a
so
charm
I was
condition.
like, okay, yeah. So it showed me as a difficulty like 15 to convince, and with all of the numbers added up, I was like, okay, with the plus to my insight, or with my persuasion and my plus to the guidance and the advantage roll, I should be able to get this most of the time. So I clicked roll, and it didn't roll 2 dice, it rolled 1.
Yep.
Because it turns out that creature did not have an intelligence lower than 3, but it didn't tell me that, or didn't choose to tell me that until I'd already decided to roll. So I thought that was an interesting way. Like, I don't think that's incorrect.
The spell
but
failed, but you don't know. You don't know that it failed.
Yeah, it fails, but it doesn't tell me why, and it's very obvious why. But it's interesting that the game gave you the information, like, oh yeah, it's an animal, you can use animal friendship on it, but you already know something's up and odd with it. So like, I wonder how a DM would do this, because like, oh, I can use animal friendship on it, right? And the DM would say it's an animal.
Try.
Of course you can use animal. You can try or something like that. Yeah. And then so like, okay, I'm gonna redo my roll.
I believe the way that you would do it is, generally, I feel like you know whether or not your spells work. But you would get the same, because in real D&D, the target gets to make a saving throw.
Yeah.
So I would just run it as though it had succeeded. I would roll a die for fake and say that it made its saving throw. That's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, if you kept trying to cast it, you would discover that, oh, it always makes its saving throw for this one, huh?
That's pretty interesting. It's a pretty strange ox.
Yeah,
that has
very
a
strange
save
ox.
DC of like 20 plus, huh?
Now, what I like about it is, so you've got that piece of information, but you don't necessarily know what it means, because, like, well, it could be awakened, it could be a druid, it could be some other kind of shape changer. Like, maybe it's not even a beast.
Maybe it's a dragon.
Maybe it's a dragon.
Which would explain the saves, but so I failed the check. Now all it does is say moo to me, and I want to know more, but obviously I've kind of burned that bridge now. There are a couple things that I didn't enjoy that I feel like wouldn't. Maybe I'm just used to DMs being friendly to me, but I ran into a specific creature and I convinced it, yo, I'm fine. I'm not going to do anything to you.
Try not to get too close
like,
to
right.
Fargo. Vyrn, try not to get too close to Fargo. Don't stay in Fargo for too long.
Escape. I'm trying to escape as fast as I can. At this rate, in 10 years, I will be in Texas or Mexico.
So you were convincing someone not to hurt you? Was that what you were saying?
I was convincing a beast not to hurt me, and I convinced it, like, hey, like, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm sorry for ending up in your cave or whatever. And it's like, all right, cool, but don't make any funny movements. And so I'm just wandering through the cave, like I didn't go close to it or its kid.
This is the owl bear, right?
Like, yeah, it's the owl bear. And like I see that there is a spot up on the top that I can jump across, so I jump across. And when I land, I go into combat. And I'm like, really? I'm not gonna hurt this owl bear. I don't want to fight it right now. So I like try to animal friendship, and like I've apparently already ticked it off, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So I just reloaded from that. I did not like that result.
Well,
I feel like I guess I could have just ran out of the cave, just have everybody do a big dash action, and
I think that because you failed the jump, right?
No, I succeeded the jump. I successfully jumped across the thing, but it was either I jumped into a spot it didn't like, or I made enough noise that I scared it. Or maybe scared the kid or something.
I think that generally speaking, a good DM in that situation would tell you, like, all right, but jumping across here is going to aggro the owl bear. So are you
Yeah,
sure
and-
you want to jump across? Because I just told
Yeah.
you, don't make any sudden movements like jumping.
Mhm.
Um,
And I guess that would be like a DM specific thing. If
Yes.
the DM didn't want to reveal like the too much of the motivations or reasoning for why an NPC does something, especially an owlbear. So like, yeah, I guess I could see, but I feel like uh, my intent, at least with the character that I'm playing, is like as pacifist as possible.
yeah. But the owlbear doesn't
escape
know
most
that.
situations. The owlbear doesn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, secrets.
Unless you use something like speak with. Well, I mean, technically by the rules, you can't speak with animals in owlbear because an owlbear's not a beast; it's a monstrosity. But unless you have a way to speak to
Yes.
it, you can't make it understand that. It's fine. It's chill, dude. Don't worry about me.
Mhm. It's okay. I already have the dog in my camp, and I pet him every time I see him. Scratch is a friend and an ally, and I love him.
I never got the dog in the demo stuff because I never slept.
Was the
never-
dog in the demo?
I think so. At least one release of it.
I recall. So I guess I didn't walk into that spot in the demo, but yeah, you go talk to him, and you can tell him to go back to camp. And yeah, so you have to sleep once, and then he'll show up.
Yeah.
Then you can pet him. I hope more stuff is done with that dog.
Oh, I bet there
'Cause
will
I
be.
think.
I bet there
Curious.
will be.
Because I've been turning over every rock and talking to everybody, I have so much information about everybody and everything, and all of these quest lines are wide open. I haven't
Yeah.
actually like heard anybody important, unless I was like too late for something. Which I'm very curious if you like start the game and sprint to specific spots, if you'll like catch an encounter early.
I don't think you
Super
can, but what?
On that brown ledge behind you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Um.
Data Wizard, I'm glad that you were also able to escape Fargo.
I've never had
Not
to
that-
escape Fargo.
That's true. You've avoided it successfully.
Yes. Listen, guys, it's easy to escape Fargo. Just come to Moorhead.
Right there.
Local news: Fargo threatens to burn down Moorhead.
I have good news. You can live in Moorhead and still have Insomniac cookies delivered to you.
It's true. God, I forgot that they do delivery. Dangerous
Oh
information.
no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just make my own cookies. There's an Insomniac cookies, like one or two of them around here too.
Nice.
But why would I get delivery when I make the best cookies?
It's true.
Think about it.
It's true. When Trisha saw that they had Super Mario Bros. Oreos, so she got a package, and I'm over here like you have just, this is like buying an ex-smoker, a pack of Super Mario themed cigarettes. Like, I was like, alright.
Thanks, honey, for the Marlboro
thanks,
hundreds.
honey. Time to go light up. And now, of course,
Give me a pack of Gamer Subs too.
I finished them night before last, and now I'm like, I wish I still had some of those Oreos. It's like,
This is
that
why I
was
make
it.
my own
No.
cookies, because when anybody else is just like, oh man, I love Oreos, I'm like, Oreos are great, except like the amount that I crave whenever I want to eat them is somewhere between like 4 and 60.
Yes.
And like, I have no idea how many will fulfill my craving at that time. Whereas like, I want some chocolate chip cookies. I'll eat like 3 and be like, whew. Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
Well,
I'm
like,
good.
even with a chocolate chip cookie, it'll be like, I'll eat one, and I'll be like, nice. I had a unit of cookie, but with an Oreo, one Oreo is definitely not enough. And
yeah,
so,
and it's like,
who
a roll
knows
of the
where it
dice
will
if
end.
it's- Yeah, if it satisfies between like 5%, 10% of my actual craving.
I
I'm gonna get one of these little plastic rolls and open it up and just have a couple of them, and then have
And
the
then-
rest of them tomorrow. And then I've opened up a second one and a third one.
then you black out and you wake up in the morning and the package is completely empty.
The big box of like 10 of those rolls of Oreos from Costco are just gone. Like, what happened?
I did withstand the temptation to have it with a glass of milk though. So
I feel like the glass of milk would actually like help make it so you don't eat as much, because you'll
Well-
actually put something in your stomach that your stomach's like, oh, okay, yeah, I should slow down. I'm full.
well, but a glass of whole milk adds like 250, 300 more calories.
Yeah.
So and
yeah,
that's what I'm
but,
trying
like,
to get away from. That's what I'm
I
trying
feel
to
like there's
escape from.
a weird gremlin in my stomach that like catches the Oreos and then rolls like a 6-sided dice, and on anything but a 6, it'll just take and teleport it to its own dimension instead of letting me digest it. Come on.
And you think the milk... See, for me, the milk doesn't... I don't have that gremlin in my stomach, and the milk just fills in the spaces between the Oreos.
That's what it's supposed to do. It browns the goblin so that the Oreos actually stick in you. Think about it.
See,
Goblin's hating.
I don't have the goblin, I just have the second stomach, so they're all just going to the second stomach anyway.
Bryan's a whole milk kind of kid, I can tell.
Oh yeah, I mean, who isn't? Who isn't? The only people who don't drink whole milk are people who were forced to not drink whole milk.
Yeah, you know, lactose intolerance. There's so many options.
I had so many years as a kid where I was so confused because the milk at home tasted so bad, but the milk at school tasted good. I would have milk at school and be like, oh right, milk is good. And then I'd go home and drink it and be like, wait, no, I forgot, milk is bad actually. And it was years before I figured out, oh, it's because we have calci skim at home. And I'm drinking 2% at school.
Yo, this music though?
That's pretty good music.
Dang, Bryan, what are you getting into?
I'm hunting down
Right.
the madman Fargo.
Bryan does his first drug deal.
Fargo, the fire starter. Bryan goes on his first bounty hunt.
Oh, dang.
Fargo, skip
Jeez,
bail.
that's serious.
There's just a bunch of spiders. Termite. There's more termants. Termants. Come on.
Oh, they're just termants. Never mind.
Just termants. Unless they're like stronger termants. No. Disappointing. Oh, I was gonna talk about it, then I totally forgot. Because we talked about Commander. All the wild new magic sets coming out.
Yeah, they've done all of the crossovers.
Holy shit,
They'll
check out that guy.
be through all of the nerd IPs like within a couple of years. Is that what's happening?
Seems like it.
Look at the list again.
I am very excited about Final Fantasy.
Yeah, there already is a Final Fantasy VII card game,
It's not.
and I'm
It's not just Final Fantasy VII. It's like the whole Final Fantasy franchise card game. It's got stuff from all of them.
hot damn.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
I don't know. That one didn't excite me. Partially because I'm spoiled by Magic the Gathering, and it used a lot of like the art wasn't custom. The art wasn't new for the cards. It just used like stock art that they had on hand for everything. Which also means that like stuff from different franchises is in super disparate art styles, which I didn't love. Oh shit! Okay, good. Phew. Realized I wasn't watching my health. I don't know. I don't really know anything about that card game. But Magic the Gathering.
I know Magic the Gathering. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty fun.
It's a pretty good card game. So I'm
Yeah,
excited
honestly.
for that. And like Wild West set, black bordered outer space set.
Yeah, the Wild West set where like all the old villains come back.
Oh, is it gonna be like the old villains come back?
Yeah, I'm guessing there's gonna be like Nicol Bolas and what are the other bad guys in
You think
Magic.
you think they're gonna bring back Nicol Bolas?
I mean, for funny for funny um, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see.
I mean, I would be unhappy, honestly, if they brought back Nicol Bolas. Like, they shut the cover on him pretty hard. And it would...
He's locked in his own gem in what's his fate? Ugin's mind, right? Like,
Yeah.
In the perfect jail cell for him, but he's not dead.
The perfect jail cell for him, with Ugin acting as jailer, and he doesn't have any of his memories or his Planeswalker spark.
And planeswalkers have just been completely like, planeswalking has completely changed. It's been redefined with the War of the recent March of Machines, right? So March of Machines.
I'm trying to. Did it actually? Was it just that a lot of planeswalkers lost their sparks, or did planeswalking change?
Yeah, it's the planeswalking has changed again. Like, what powers they have to cross between planes has been basically removed, besides the like branches of the Realm Breaker tree.
The Omen Paths.
Yes, they're now Omen Paths or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's also why there's this Wild West plane, because one of the Omen Paths went there. Fallout, there's gonna be a straight up murder mystery.
Set in Ravnica.
Yes.
Finally. A new horror, a modern horror set.
Duskmourn?
Yep.
Bloomburrow?
No, Duskmourn. The art has a guy with a flashlight in it. So it's like
Alan Wake?
It's like Betrayal at House on the Hill Magic the Gathering set.
Maybe this is how we're getting PT. This is going to be a Magic set.
PT the Magic set. Looks really cool. Bloomburrow seems really cool. Fuck, man. Lorwyn's coming back. They're returning to Lorwyn.
Hey, I wonder what they're gonna do this time. More planeswalkers?
I think they officially said that the new thing is gonna be one planeswalker per set.
Or like one new planeswalker, or just one planeswalker per set?
Just one planeswalker per set.
Okay.
One planeswalker card per set. Which I like, because I feel like they're doing that change a little bit late, and that they really did go into Planeswalker bloat.
Which is fine, like, especially for War of the Spark.
Oh, I mean, yeah, War of the Spark was, that was the whole point of that set. So, I like that as a theme for a set.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Not often.
Maybe
They've introduced
maybe
two
even
new
just
card types
once.
since then, so. Yeah, just once is fine. But they have introduced two new card types since then, so I'm not upset.
As they did. It's
Sagas and battles.
Well, sagas are enchantments.
They're enchantments. I guess two new types, not just, I guess, a new super type then.
Yeah, they've introduced one new super type, battles.
Battles are cool. I like them.
Battles are very cool. I really wanted to try to collect all of them. Just because it's like, I don't know, a really cool representation of all the different planes that Magic has covered. They got some deep cuts in those battles. TJ was tweeting about the Final Fantasy set. It's like, oh shit, am I going to have to get into Magic? So I might try and see if I can coerce him into coming to the Final Fantasy pre-release with me whenever that happens. I know that's still a long way off, but... What's your favorite Final Fantasy game, Vyrn?
My favorite? Oh man, a tough one.
It
now
is.
that I've mostly caught up on the main scenario quest of 14.
I suppose
Man,
14 is
14
up there.
is it's so good.
Suppose it's.
Ugh.
Did we talk about this topic? Have I asked this question before, on
I
stream?
feel like I've brought up something like what video games have I been playing? And
Oh
we
yeah,
talked
yeah.
about
I mean,
how good the I think I quickly mentioned my tier list, and I was like, I'm not sure if I put 6 at the top or the most recent 14 expansion, because
okay.
the most recent 14 expansion, if you could just have all the knowledge of the previous expansions to go into that and play the story for that.
Because I would definitely, thinking a little bit harder, I would definitely revise the question to, of the non-MMO Final Fantasies, which is your favorite?
Probably still 6.
Pretty fair. 6 is very good. I've never finished it. Latest time I played through, I was playing on the Game Boy Advance, and I got to the World of Ruin.
Mm-hmm.
And I started the process of recruiting the party members back, but then I fell off of playing it.
What a good game. Spoilers for a 30-year-old game, by the way. All of the characters have, like, individual story development. The final, or, like, the bad guy is a tortured clown, and he gets his revenge, and, like, I'm not that mad at him for succeeding. But he succeeds as well, and then you're halfway through the game? And you, like, have to desperately, like, go find your party members and see which one of them is still alive? Like,
Does Kefka have, like, a tragic backstory?
Oh my goodness, does he?
That must only be revealed fairly late, huh?
Oh, I think so. I believe it's also hinted at a bit in the World of Balance, but I think you do get more exposition out of him later in the game, too.
Because I only remember him being portrayed as being, like, a cartoonish villain.
He is a cartoonish villain, but it is explained why he's a cartoonish villain. So you're like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Because he's a clown.
Sure, a lifetime of horrible, hellish torture and experimentation would do that to most people.
Because he's, like, part of the like, mage experiments.
Yep.
Right. I'm remembering that now.
Yup.
I don't know. I don't have much sympathy for Kefka. He does some pretty awful stuff.
I mean, you shouldn't, but also, like, wow, why is he doing this? Okay, I can see why he's doing it. I need to stop him. This is bad, obviously. But it's not just some, like, weird bad guy that just went on a crazy power trip. Like, no. This guy was a normalish person, and then he went...
Hey, he got Joker-fied.
Super crazy.
Like, he literally got...
Basically, yeah.
He had his one bad... He had his one bad day.
One bad day.
He fell into a vat that turned his skin white and his hair green. And he became the Joker.
He's blonde.
He's powered by the... what's it called? It's like the Flash has the Speed Force and the Joker has the Prankster Force. There's like the... I'm trying to remember what the joke is. Like Prankster Force.
I know the Speed Force. The Speed Force is OP.
Like, well, and that's like a real canon thing. But that's why the Joker can't be killed. Is because
Don't forget the spirit.
He's powered by the Prankster Force. I won't forget the spirit. That's not a door.
You might have the spell. I forget what level you learned the spell at.
Which spell?
Keep going. No, keep going.
Avalanche.
You should try Avalanche.
Okay, I'll try Avalanche next time.
I don't think it's stronger than your...
Than my water? Than the
water,
all-destroying pillar of water?
Yeah, but Avalanche is pretty good. And there's another spell you learn in Earth that's also very good.
They should have put healing spells in every element.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they were aware it wasn't common for that to be a design decision.
Yeah, they didn't think about how it would warp the meta of which element is best.
well, everybody's quest is different, right? Like, if you picked fire, then you're gonna slap things with your staff real hard, right? And, like, set
No.
things on fire sometimes.
No.
You know? You know. Like, earth is armor, that's good. And
That's
you
good,
throw
right?
rocks at things, and water is all the healing stuff, because water's good for you, you know? You gotta drink more water. Water check. Posture check.
Posture check. I can't check my posture. I'm in a video rocker.
Ah.
This is as good as the posture gets right now.
While we're gaming, that makes sense.
While we're gaming. I'm pretty excited to crack into Baldur's Gate. So, I've got so many games, and here I am playing Quest 64.
Hey, everybody deserves to play through Quest 64 once.
Yeah, and it gives me a great excuse to talk to one of my good friends.
Oh my god.
To trap you here with me, watching me play a video game for 2 hours.
Wonderful. It works.
I like it.
I like it too.
It's a good plan.
And it is nice to get visual into this game and realize how much time I waste.
Yeah, evening out those elements
Was a mistake. And boy howdy does knowing that you should just max out water first, like
just max it out.
makes it all work.
If it was something like water only heals and you can't do damage with it at all, I think that's what they would have to do to like balance the usefulness, because then it's like, okay, well then split your water with getting fire or something.
I feel like you'd want to start out at a specific level, so like have you get to decide at the beginning of the game how to split like 15 spirits up between like 10 in one and 5 in another. Like I feel like that would be also probably better, so that when you start leveling and you start putting things into the wrong one, you aren't just like screwed.
Something like, okay, hear me out. So water is healing spells.
Yep.
Wind is like debuffs. Earth is buffs, and fire is damage spells. And then obviously you have to make like the debuffs and the buffs actually good and last more than one fucking round.
Yeah.
But I feel like some kind of division like a mechanical division like that would make the elements a lot more balanced than the sort of thematic division they gave everything.
I can see that. I feel like you would run into a Golden Sun situation where I feel like you'd want to drop how many spirits that you find or you get from level up, and then make it so that you find specific water or earth or fire spirits in like the overworld or whatever.
Well, yeah, and have it be like.
But that turns into like a slightly different game where you have to search for everything if you want like decent water tree early on.
I don't know. I think
there's
it's
trade-offs.
I think it's fine to keep the leveling up how it works. It more incentivizes like maybe you would need to have your like attack magic scale with your total level instead of just with your fire magic or whatever. Because it incentivizes going into every type of magic and not just doing 50 in one. But also maybe that's what they wanted you to do. They wanted you to pick 2 schools of magic to just fucking go all out in. If so, mission goddamn accomplished.
There was the European Speedrunners, I think assembly. I forget what it's called, but they just had their like week-long run, and they actually did a glitchless Quest 64 run.
Oh wow!
It was pretty interesting to take a peek at. I did not watch the whole thing, but I believe it was in the like 3-4 hour run for territory, something like that.
Damn.
Obviously, knowing exactly what spirits to get, in what order, and how to fight all the enemies.
Yeah.
I remember just clicking through it randomly, and they're like, "Yeah, this game's pretty good, except the first boss." Yeah, except the first boss. The first boss is tough, especially if you're trying to speedrun it.
Yes, I can imagine. if you're trying to speedrun it, barely having enough spirits to do anything in that fight.
Mm.
I should look that up. I'd be interested in seeing what they do for a Quest 64 run.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
They're doing
Still
something similar to what you're doing, I think. I didn't see what the, like,
What their
strategy
what their
that they were
build
going
comp
for.
was.
Yep. They obviously know where the spirits are and the most efficient ones to grab and which ones to skip.
Yeah.
And then exactly how much to grind and what their stats should be going to each battle and what their likelihood of beating it is, that kind of stuff. Practice and dodging all the skills.
Yeah. They know exactly how to move that control stick. Wiggle it just right.
Whoa, is that a ghost?
That's
that just looks like... That looks like my closet attacking me.
Yeah, it's, you know, the ghost is possessing some leftover clothes that were just lying around somewhere.
My boots and cape. My favorite. Boots and cape.
Your nice boots and cape too. Give those back, ghost.
Maybe
Those are my nice boots and cape.
maybe those ghosts are trying to spook Bryan by like using or recreating Lord Barty's
Ooh, I'm your
boot and cape.
dad.
No, Dad, no.
This is how your dad dresses. Brian's like, that is how Dad dresses, but his face is not purple.
His face is not purple. He doesn't have 2 cigarettes in his mouth. Like, come on.
He only has 1 cigarette in his mouth. And his spells are way more powerful than that.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, that is pretty bad, though. Oops. That's still plenty. Don't even need to use level 3 water pillar. You're just fine with level 2, I guess. Is it over? Oh, ooh.
Oh,
Found
nice.
you. Found you.
Ooh, you're close.
Close to Fargo.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're close
I
to
am.
Fargo, yeah.
I'm
but
like
also...
within a mile of Fargo. I could walk there, it would only
You know
take
what I mean.
15 minutes.
Ooh, sneaky, sneaky.
That's rude of them. Because Bryan
Yep.
can't jump down that little ledge. Of course
He
not.
has to tap the front of the chest with his staff. And he has to do it in a certain pose or it won't open.
Both
Also, he's only so big. He's 12, so he has to take little tiny little steps up and down stairs.
steps. He only wants to put his feet where he's absolutely certain. So he will not go down that.
It's his job, but he doesn't like breaking OSHA regulation.
It just reinforces my idea that Bryan is like 6 or 4, not 12.
Oh, he's 12. He does look real young though with that little alfalfa little hair thingy.
He's kind of an indoor kid.
Yeah.
Not very athletic. Good at magic, but not very athletic. Not very.
I don't know.
Not
He
very
can-
physically confident. This morning, Kit was complaining about having to go to daycare instead of staying inside and watching more videos. And he said, I hate outside.
You know, sometimes that's relatable.
It's like, me too, kid, but you still gotta go to daycare.
Mm-hmm. Those are the days. I guess I never went to daycare. I don't know if I consider myself lucky or... I guess I lived in the middle of nowhere, so...
Yeah,
What options were there?
probably not too much. Is there something over there? It doesn't really look like it. Looks like that's just a prank.
I guess you're looking at like a CRT, so I can see why I might be catching more of the spirits than you are.
Yeah, that's true. You're getting the You're getting the pure
Air
shit.
quotes.
Oh, there it is.
Higher quality. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
There's another one back there.
The pure shit. Getting that shit
That
straight to my eyes.
pure uncut signal.
I don't know. This signal is very washy. At least compared to other like N64 streams I've seen.
I might not have the highest quality capture card.
I feel like this does a pretty good job of getting the point across, though. Like having a little bit of extra, like it's like a fuzziness, like really sells me on. You're playing this on hardware.
Well, that's good, because that's that's the goal, right? The goal is this is a lo-fi stream.
Absolutely.
I wish there was a way for me to like, I don't know, like project it from the CRT to the stream.
Yeah, but if everybody's watching it on their like LED or LCD monitors, like they're gonna miss out anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Oh god, there's a spirit. Oh, man, I feel like an idiot.
Oh.
Okay, well, we'll go up the stairs again, back over there. Dewdrop.
How this game gets you?
I could have skipped that dewdrop. It's what?
Dewdrops are good.
10 MP, 5 MP. That's peanuts. It's peanuts.
That's not nothing. That's a drain magic and.
I guess it's, but I've got better items. Just hang out in my inventory. Man, we're rapidly approaching maxing out Earth too, huh?
And then it's basically free reign. You can do whatever you want.
Then it's just like the game's over.
Bryan will have achieved his ultimate form.
Yeah, he'll be like, oh, I guess I don't need to find Dad anymore. I am Dad. You got maximum Earth,
I'm
maximum
the
water.
dad
I'm the
now.
dad. I'm the daddy now. Daddy, now
And
you're
you
the
know
Bryan.
what time it is? It's time to read you a bedtime story. Opens the book of
the
Elf.
book. The world fucking ends.
And after he's collected all 4 crystals.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
know, Bryan.
maybe we shouldn't have given this child all of the things to open the book.
I mean, he earned it. He deserved it.
He
feel
deserved.
like we should trust. We should
Bryan.
trust the future of the world with our future generations.
Bryan deserves the power. He earned it. He earned the power to end the world whenever he wishes. You know,
and if
he put
wishes,
it.
bring it back.
He put in the work.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The book on tape. The hoary hammer of the gods.
Hey, it's basically Bryan. The whole like, I am a new god. I am a beautiful animal. That's Bryan. I can picture Bryan saying that. I am Bryan frickin' Bartholomew.
His name's BB.
His name's BB. Oh, BB.
Oh, BB.
Bryan's the true villain. Is this? This is
Oh,
that doesn't look like Fargo. That looks like the first.
What's this?
Is that the first?
What is this?
The first MILF in gaming?
Wait, the first MILF? Bro, there've been lots
Oh,
of those.
it's Shelf.
Uh-oh.
No, yeah, this is the first MILF in gaming.
A servant of Mammon.
The original gaming MILF. Okay,
How's new?
I sense but
Who's
3 precious stones. I'm not here.
Oof.
Hey, wow.
Oof.
Lady,
Can you exit? Can you escape the bat?
lady, I'm not here for you. I'm here for Fargo.
Oh boy.
Is this not where I was supposed to go?
You can be there.
Well, the game let me.
This is the problem with that.
Maybe I didn't pay close enough attention to what the people were telling me to do.
I think this is a... Oh, I need to look up if this is a strategy. I forget what their, like, melee range stuff is. If it's nasty.
I forgot to try avalanche. Nothing! Did not land. Did not hit her. Okay. Wow. Did not reduce damage much and only lasted 1 round. I bet that's not going to work on her.
Aw, Shiv. What are you doing? Don't laser beam Bryan.
Oh, laser beam. That's not fair. Brian's just a child.
Mm-hmm. I'm 12. Come on, Shiv.
Come on, Shiv.
But also Shiv's like, wow, you have 3 stones? Shiv knows what's up.
Okay, it just won't let me use it. Yeah, I
That's
guess.
good, instead of letting you waste it.
Did that not? Oh, I probably landed just it's good to see it. Let's see here. 1,000 hit points. Okay, well, that's pretty good. Pretty good hit points, Shield. I could probably do a better job at dodging that.
You are out healing that attack, though.
Not much.
It's...
So-
You're healing it.
Yeah, there we go. Get my MP back.
I wonder if you're supposed to stay ranged?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll find out.
We're trying it out.
I'll
Yeah.
get right up next to her and she'll just absolutely crush me.
That 32 is a lot more damage than the other one. If you're hitting 100 though, you only have to hit 10 of them, right?
Yeah, okay, let's stay further away.
Your Earth is at level 30, so maybe one of the higher level rocks might do it. That's a distance move too.
I can hit her with walking water.
Or walking water, yeah, there you go.
$69. Nice.
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 That one just feels like it does more damage because of how many numbers it makes. I have managed to dodge that one before. I don't know how.
I think you have to be further away, but that doesn't make sense if it's just an instant laser.
I think it's not just an instant laser. It's just a very fast laser. That's her little dance. Their bird creating dance. Alright, well I guess I just kinda stand here and do it, huh? Maybe it'll take a while. See that time I
Quest
managed to
64.
dodge it.
Yeah. I wonder if you just have to move like at the correct right angle from it. Quest 64 mod, where bosses will straight up walk into a hole and die. When?
Quest 64 mod that gives Bryan a kick attack to kick people off edges. When? When?
I did get to a point in Baldur's Gate where I convinced a bunch of goblins not to attack me, and one of the assholes is like talking to you from the roof of a building. So I walked up behind it and I was like, I wonder if this is a thing, and saved my game, and then did the shove action
Yep,
and
push them right off.
them off to their death.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that's good. That feels good that I know that little game.
I think that's one of the encounters that they really realized they needed to give experience points for avoiding fights.
Yeah, because there's so many enemies in that fight.
And they did a pretty good job making it so that you can avoid a lot of the fights. If you're, if you have the right skills and if you're smart. Diplomatique. So you're trying to be like a good pacifist, but you're also romancing Asterion.
I've so far romanced Asterion, and I've also had a really cute scene with Gale. I may have came on a little strong though.
Okay. It's my understanding that Asterion, like, to really bring that romance home, you have to be a huge asshole.
Yeah, we'll see how far I get before. I have not had the fighter in my party because I hate them. They're just straight up an asshole. But maybe they have a heart of gold. I don't know. Maybe if Asterion pisses me off, or Shadowheart, or anything else piss me off, I'll swap them out of my party. But I don't know. Having a cleric in your party is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Having a rogue that fairly easily early on does a lot of sneak attack range damage is pretty good.
I'm very
I
interested
very
in
much like this party.
Shadowheart's backstory. She literally has a puzzle box. Her backstory is literally a puzzle box. I know. I love a puzzle box. Love a puzzle box movie. Love a puzzle box story.
I love a puzzle box movie. I love Cube the movie. Yeah, I love that. No, the I wonder how much of Shadowheart's story do you know?
I know that she has a puzzle box.
Okay. I mean, it's in the damn art. Anyway, I am curious if there is anything you can do early on with the puzzle box. I say this with knowledge that I assume you don't have. So
Yes. I believe that they specifically did not have anything you could do with it in the demo. So whether or not they added that to the first chapter with the full release, who knows? Not me.
Mm-hmm.
I glanced over at my stream manager and saw Shilf attack me and dodged an attack that wasn't happening live. I dodged one of them that time. Alright, heal first, then drain. Once I'm done with this, I'm gonna look up like how you were supposed to dodge that shit.
I'm curious if that's like explained.
Because at one point there was an NPC who was like, keep moving, wind magic can hit you if you stop moving. But it's not like I got a lot of room, and as soon as you get hit by the first one, you stop moving. So, what is the truth? Sometimes I can dodge that. Maybe I'm just not always pressing the control stick soon enough.
It seems like
Jade
Scream, which is
we obliterated a milf.
We obliterated Shelf.
All right. Well,
down with Shelf.
I was here to find Fargo. I don't know who that was.
She said something about Mammon.
Something about Mammon.
Who's Mammon?
Who's Mam?
Has Mammon been mentioned yet?
No, I don't think so. Well, there's some treasure here.
Maybe somebody knows about Mammon.
Maybe someone knows about. I bet Daddy knows about Mammon.
Well, we haven't talked to Daddy. We're looking for him.
Yeah. So we'll have to find him to learn more about Mammon. I mean, I know what Mammon means, but I haven't heard of a person called Mammon.
Into the light or the fog or whatever.
Or whatever that is. I bet that one's supposed to be like, oh, a desert.
Oh, finally.
I like this music. We're up to 5 viewers.
Oh, heck.
You must be tired from your long journey.
We are absolutely cruising through Bryan's 64th quest. The life of Bryan, as I'm told.
The life of Bryan. Yeah, I bet I look a little worn out. I was just in a kill or be killed situation with a milf.
With Shelf, yeah.
Yeah, Shilf, gaming's first MILF.
I'm trying to think of an earlier version of a MILF.
You won't be able to.
Does Wheel of Fortune?
I mean, there are maybe earlier MILFs in media, but not in gaming.
But Wheel of Fortune has been in several games, several like consoles and games. Like there's 2 editions of Wheel of Fortune on the NES.
Are you suggesting that Vanna White is a MILF?
She's had kids.
No, I'm pretty sure that Shilf is the first MILF in gaming. When did she have kids?
I don't know enough to dispute. I don't know, the 80s? I don't know.
Oh, I like the...
Whoa.
I like that map.
Yeah, this is the square.
We're entering Squareland.
More importantly, what's the boil hole?
The boil
Is this me after a hot lap through Torchy's tacos? That's what I want to know.
I think I've seen one of those on some of those like dermatology TikToks. Now
this guy's had a
weird
boil hole. We're gonna take this this here extraction device. We're gonna see how much pus and blood we can get out.
Watch as I delve into the boil hole.
Now this man hasn't seen a dermatologist in 85 years.
Don't try this at home.
Wearing like bomb defusal kit as they like poke a horrendously scary large boil.
I don't even want to imagine. Well, because it's a hole too. I don't want to imagine what the boil hole looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that stuff. Trisha watches it sometimes. And
yeah.
I'll get curious about.
Trisha sometimes share a spicy video.
Yeah, a very particular, not the spicy that I want to see.
No. But it's the only other person that's just like, yo, you got the goods, and I'm like, yeah, I got the goods.
Those good dermatology videos. Oh God, I'll hear I hear her on TikTok, and sometimes I'm like, oh, this sounds interesting. I'll take a peek at what it is without really being able to make out what it is.
Grossed out.
And I'll see that it's a dermatology video and just like recoil. Like, nope. Not that. That's not what I want to see.
This is not a feature of the human body I want to be aware of. No,
please
thank you.
Please no.
Not like this. The blue man missed you.
The blue man.
Even though his sword is larger than you are.
Is it? Yeah, it's pretty close at least. Mm-hmm. I can't believe I'm here in the desert with the Blue Man group.
At least one of them.
You know, I think I am just noticing for the first time that Bryan automatically turns after a battle.
He turns after a battle to the direction you were facing before the battle started.
That would have been really nice to know.
I mentioned this when you were like in the water cave or whatever.
You mentioned something about Bryan turning, but I hadn't noticed that Bryan turned to face the correct direction. Oh, hey, here's the butterflies. Mm-hmm. Nightmare.
Oh, God. 5 of them. No, please no.
Yeah. Based on how strong those caterpillars were, yeah, they would turn into nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
how do they roam the desert? That's horrifying. What do they eat?
So I want to go to Greenock.
There's also that house in the southeast corner that looks cool. I'm curious what's over there. Yo, what's up, bros?
Now, I've watched the Netflix show, and this is not how I remember Sandman looking. So they must have changed a lot for the adaptation, huh? Mm-hmm. They really sexified him.
Yeah.
They were like, this isn't going to play well.
Yo, these guys are tough. They're doing damage.
They are doing damage. And if I know anything about elements, it's that water beats rock.
Yes.
You know, Pokemon rules. Erosion.
Pokemons do rule.
Pokemons do rule.
You got another. I also noticed you got another large bonus to your health. You're over 200 now.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
The milf bonus.
Beating Shelf. Ladies and gentlemen, the milf bonus. Clap. Cheering. Audience applause.
Please clap.
Please clap.
Hey, chat, can we get some clap emotes? I don't know if that's an emote that is on Twitch.
Let's see what I've gotten sub gifted to me from other places. Let's see what we got.
Oh god. Oh, this. I don't know if I should keep trying to beat these guys, or if I should just give up and escape with my skin.
Have you seen any TikToks of Chat Cat?
I
Or
haven't.
videos of Chat Cat?
I have not. I'm not actually on TikTok. So,
Fair. Me either.
just the stuff that's funny enough to get over to Tumblr is what I see. What's Chat Cat?
Chat Cat is a like little pet thingy that a VTuber streamer uh, called Miss Jackie CR has made, and there is an option to donate. Like if you donate so many dollars or so many bits or whatever, you can have Chat Cat read out a thing. So it's like a computer AI voice says something, and the Chat Cat like emotes and talks and stuff, and then you can also like edit how fast or slow it says it and like the pitch a bit.
It's like what Finster uses.
Mm-hmm. So
Oh,
Miss
shit.
Jackie
Oh,
CR
fuck.
is the one
Oh,
that
shit.
like popularized it.
I accidentally skipped my turn.
Whoops.
It's so easy to skip your turn.
Yeah,
Oh,
I remember
wow.
that happening frequently to me.
What happened to you? I got fucking bugged by stone heads.
Yo, Sandman crushed me between his powerful thighs.
His extremely powerful thighs. They're so powerful. Yes, without saving. Okay.
There. Dump in the hot emotes that I have, not because I'd sub to them, but they just randomly gifted to me because I've been in those streams.
I know how it is. Those good gifted subs.
Some of these emotes are pretty good though. W ding goob grab.
W
Pick up
W
this tiny
do
little
goop
dog.
grab. Okay, I gotta get closer and take a look.
It's like pinching the back of like a tiny little fluffy dog to like pick him up.
That's very good. Those are some
Yeah.
good emotes.
Yeah, some of these emotes.
Hey, maybe custom
pretty
emotes are good, actually.
I know. Ugh.
Maybe I should try to get affiliate. Just kidding. That is not gonna be a thing.
No pressure. No pressure.
I have seen the grind that some people have to do to try and get affiliate, and it's just like,
Mhm.
I can't. I don't have it in me.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like that is what you have to do. Like, you need to set just a wild but like persistent schedule of stream every day. I mean, scream every day too.
Scream
but
every
stream
day.
every day. Scream every day for like 6+ hours at least, at like the same time, and obviously be like entertaining or especially skillful and or good at what you do. That kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, and it can be entertaining to be not good at it too.
Yeah.
You just you gotta find what works for you, and you gotta advertise it relentlessly, and you gotta be consistent. And it's sort
And
of
you have to be involved with your community. Yep.
involves. That's the hard one. I can't. Well, I mean, also that's not the only reason I can't do it. The time commitment is a lot for me, and it's
Yeah.
also kind of antithetical to what I'm doing here. You know,
Mhm.
I'm trying every time I see the like the numbers that Twitch shows you, and I just think sure would be nice to see those numbers go up. What could I do to make those numbers go up? And I have to like nose in. This is an excuse to force Tyler to watch you to play and chat with him while I play a video
I
game.
think this is a plenty good excuse. I wonder what other things we should do. I'm curious if like one of the like Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time like multi-world randomizers would be like fun
That could be
for us
cool.
to play.
Try
Where,
to
like,
set up one
I
of
don't-
the. You talking about like the multiplayer online stuff, or
Either like the full co-op randomizer style one or the one where our like my items can be in your game and your items can be in my game and they're like randomized. So like I'll find like my Megaton hammer super early, and maybe your Megaton hammer is also in my game, and I have to like go
Okay.
and do weird stuff like find you an item so that you can find me an item to get the Megaton hammer for you. Like Stuff like that. I feel like
Interesting.
I would be interested in doing that style of
Something
stuff.
like that could be fun.
Hmm.
And I mean, I guess it's not like I can only stream things from the N64. I've been thinking about like what to do after Quest 64, and it's all very much like, okay, well, what N64 and PlayStation games do I have?
Totally fair.
I'm thinking Hybrid Heaven seems cool, and I've got that.
Look it up.
And it's like one of the other games on the very short list of N64 RPGs.
Oh yeah. I was looking this up the other day.
Trying to think what other games I've got that would be fun. Yeah, I don't know.
You didn't mention Symphony of the Night, which I absolutely want to play through Symphony of the Night again and like try a randomizer or two. I feel like that would be fun. I would enjoy that.
I've never played it before, so that would be totally new to me.
I know you like Metroidvanias, right?
I sure do like them. I don't actually have Symphony of the Night. If we were going to actually like do a dedicated like, all right, this is the game we're playing, I would probably try to get it. My plan when I did that poll, and then I did a poll and then didn't end up doing any streams, but was to do stop and swap, or not stop and swap, but disc swap, to just have a burned copy of it.
Oh yeah. Data Wizard, we found and beat the gaming's original MILF, Shilf.
Yeah, we went into the cave looking for Fargo, but instead of Fargo, we found this hot lady named Shilf, and she talked about her boss Mammon, and I'm just like, that means nothing to me. I'm looking for Fargo. Can I go? And she was like, no, I'm going to kill you.
No, I see that you're a 12-year-old, but you also have 3 crystals. I know that you're serious business, and started like blasting laser beams, and Bryan's just like, whatever, dude. Like, I just want Taco Bell, and like crush her. Normal stuff.
Normal stuff for Bryan, crushing a milf. I have a few left.
Where's my dad? Crush MILF. Where's my dad? Crush another MILF.
Bryan, please, we're running out of milfs.
There's only so many MILFs in the world. What is up with that house? What the heck?
So this must be the town that Fargo burnt down. Oh, God, Shannon. I swear to
Hi,
God.
Shannon. What?
How did you get past Shilf,
Jesus.
Shannon? There was only one way here, and it was through a cave. And
Yeah. Maybe she waited for you to take care of Shilf and like just zoomed past while you weren't looking in the desert while you were getting your
it's like while I was
crushed between Sandman's thighs.
Oh yeah, or like while I was opening a treasure chest or something. Data Wizard says, oh, "I forgot about Shilf. She hunk. I'd like to funk." Very. I agree, Data,
She's
and
got that hair.
And also, I want to congratulate you on getting around the very strict word filter we've got set here.
Yeah, Shilf's got hair that don't quit, and legs that don't quit.
Hair out to here.
Dang. Burned the city to the ground and made townspeople suffer.
It is he. It's he who did it. So it's not Fargo who burnt the city. It's this other guy, I guess.
At least the innkeeper's still here.
Yeah.
And the only not burned town building in the apparently entire country. Yo, what up?
Oh, it's Zone. It's Zone.
Zone.
Zone. It's Zone.
Zone.
Zunny. Hey, Zunny.
Well, which one is it? Did your son get lost, or is your son missing?
My son got lost and is missing. I mean,
Damn.
lost and missing.
And you're just about the only survivor? Did you check? Oh yeah, let me check real quick.
Yeah, hold on. I think there's an innkeeper downstairs.
Hey, Shannon, how long have you been here? Maybe you can help out?
Help do anything other than stand there and exposit at me?
Stand in the inn and say how humans' lives are so short? Huh?
Huh?
Shannon?
Huh? Shannon?
Huh?
You fucking elf.
Empires or metropolises last for thousands of years, huh?
Are you really from the monastery?
How is monastery spelled? Illegal.
You best think again. What happened to Fargo? At the last time, everybody was talking about Fargo, but now no one's talking about Fargo.
Something
What's going
happened.
on? Did they forget Fargo?
I don't think they forgot Fargo.
Ah, Fargo. And the furtive Fargo so easily...
Let's go back.
I saw it.
Oh.
The
Okay,
furtive...
let's check it.
The furtive Fargo so easily forgotten. Oh, I'm so scared of these.
Just mess them up. See what happens. You're full health now. Like, come on. Give them a shot. Might as well. Let's learn. Let's learn.
They were so scary
Bryan
as
versus-
caterpillars.
Yeah, maybe they
Who
downgrade.
will win? A 12-year-old or 5 butterflies?
5 literal nightmares. How much damage did that do? I wasn't even paying attention. 31?
A lot, yeah.
For
A
21?
lot of it.
31. Yeah, 31.
Ooh, a plot hook for next. Dave says, ooh, a plot hook for next city. Yeah, we've been running into a lot of plot hooks that don't end up being plot hooks. Remember that
Yeah.
alchemist kid who was like, I'm searching for the Philosopher's Stone. Haven't heard anything about that again.
Yeah. Oh, they're not that scary.
I guess they're not that scary. They do a lot of damage, though.
They do like 30 damage.
Do
That is a lot.
of damage.
I'm gonna start talking in poker rules. Like, okay, that guy does 7 big blinds. All right. but Brian's
Just
got
make it
ace up the
completely-
sleeve.
Completely incomprehensible.
You should heal.
Start speaking in code. Thank you for the reminder. I was doing it, but I do need the reminder.
These are nightmares.
These are nightmares. I do
But
love.
also like.
I love this enemy design.
Mm-hmm.
I love they hit you with the hyper powerful caterpillars, and then they have the butterfly that is clearly the same creature called a nightmare.
They succeeded.
They
Succeeded
succeeded.
with the environmental
They
storytelling.
succeeded. Now that's environmental storytelling right there.
Mm-hmm.
I did it. Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad, was it?
That wasn't so bad. It did, you know,
They almost killed you like 3 times.
like 3 times, and I used almost all my MP, and I was at half health at the end. But hey, we got experience points. Oh, and here's the Blue Man Group.
There
Here they are for an impromptu performance. No, thank you.
Where's the pipes?
I prefer Stomp, actually.
Fair. I like Stomp.
Well, if I meet Stomp, I'm gonna run away from them too. Tell them I prefer the Blue Man Group.
Ooh.
Because here's the secret: I actually don't like that kind of music. Spirit. My power grows.
What location are we in?
We are in Dindom Dries.
Okay. Alright.
So I'm guessing we don't want to go to the boil hole, right? We're trying to go to the castle? So I guess that house right before the big square, right? No. I'm scared of what that attack does, because it's missed every time. So it must be powerful.
I see why you call him that, Data Wizard. That's fair. The Blue Man Group looks like spermies.
Automod held a message for the word sperm.
I see why.
I'll allow that one.
I was wondering about allowing it or not.
It's fine,
I
it's
also got the
Data.
message.
We know him. Yeah, that's right, I modded you. I made you a mod.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you powers.
You did give me powers, but
I'm not
I do not.
that concerned. I'm mostly concerned about, like, I'm not concerned about people I know,
Spam
you know?
bots and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I haven't actually advertised this stream on my Instagram, and
Yeah.
I'm a little more worried about the kind of people who might come in here from my Instagram.
Totally fair.
Not that I post anything that salacious there, but, you know, it is stuff tagged with, like, trans girl.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I get followed by some
Some
some questionable characters. Yeah, let's put it. I have a bit of a rogues gallery of a following.
There you go. Yeah. I think you should visit the big square thing. But
I want to visit the big square thing. I'm trying to figure out how to get there. Okay, this way. Yeah, you might say I'm a bit like the Flash. I've got my own rogues gallery.
Ooh.
Is that what the Flash's villains are called? The rogues gallery?
Oh, I forget.
Something like that.
That sounds right.
Spermial.
Oh, the spirits of my experiments. I thought you meant the limit.
Oh, okay.
I
I
got
also
it.
thought it meant.
I misinterpreted. My brain is completely here today after a day of work.
The first day of work,
and I did literally no work. I did the onboarding stuff.
yeah, but it's still like mental reframing.
I know. I have to like wake up stupid early. I have to drive into downtown. Ugh. At least, thankfully, I only have to do that like once every 2 weeks, which is
That's pretty good.
I super lucked out with my job again, doing like mostly remote, and I'm okay with just going like into downtown and parking once every 2 weeks just for work, like or just for like meetings. I like the in-person meetings. Oh, that's okay. I have a little desk. Oh my gosh. I've got a little placard.
Data says the rogues gallery is more of a Batman thing, but Flash is still DC.
Oh yes.
I thought Flash's villains, like there was a specific name for them that's super stupid, but I know nothing about superheroes.
I read a couple wiki articles, like Marvel wiki articles on like Iron Man, because Iron Man's like whole story is interesting. I think. I feel like if I read the comics, I would appreciate it more. But still, that requires money.
Well, and it's, you know, comics are hard to get into. They just are. And
I'd prefer to get into Magic.
yeah, exactly.
Comic fans.
Sorry, comic fans. There's things that are easier to get into and more fun.
You know what? I'd rather get into VR.
I'd rather get into
Might
VR.
be a slightly higher initial investment, but I've been riding my setup for like 2-3 years now, and it's worked really well. So.
Oh yeah.
And I've also gotten.
Oh my God! What the fuck is this? Werecat. Ooh.
Ooh.
First a milf and now cat girls.
Wow. Bryan, don't get any ideas, Bryan.
Bryan, no.
So young, look away. Oh, they don't like.
Do they
one.
have bare?
Don't like one
yeah,
at all.
they have got bare midriffs.
Yeah, why are
They're
they
covered
like,
in fur everywhere
mostly-
except their stomach.
Why are they mostly bipedal, digitigrade cats, but
But they've got their belly buttons out, sexily. My God.
Quest Imagineer Studios? What are you guys doing? Who's
What
working
are
on
you
that?
all doing over
First-
there?
First you had the dripped out jackal in the original forest, and then you had like Orc and Orc Junior, and now what are these
What
guys?
is
Come on,
happening?
tell us. What's with Shilf? Like, or Shannon? Come on.
But they know what they were doing with Shelf.
PG-rated Kings from 1998.
1998.
AKA don't look up the executive producer for Totally Spies.
Oh yeah.
Don't look it up.
Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. It's fine. It's just a cartoon.
It's just a fun
fine.
cartoon.
This is a fun cartoon.
We're almost done. I should. Well, we'll see if we can save at this place. I'll probably be able to save. Right.
At worst, you have some wings, right? Like,
Yeah, I can
you
always
can
just
always
wing
do a little
back.
bit of a trek, little start of a 10-minute trek, reintroduce ourselves to all the enemies we've crushed.
Yeah, it's true. God, even the way that they walk is like, ooh, ooh.
Hands on hips, big wiggle. Oh, good. Rule 34 is represented for Quest 64. Oh, let me
Oh.
check. Let me check.
Yeah,
My
I bet there's
sources real
some.
quick.
I bet there's some.
Oh no, I should have checked. Yeah, I should have checked that one.
That's very nice. These guys
I'm
don't want me to
expecting a
get to
private
this house.
text. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yep, I'm looking.
You finding that
respectfully.
good?
It is half shelf. Wow. Yep,
Yeah, I
yep,
imagine it's
yep,
mostly shelf.
Yep. Can confirm that somebody has played Quest 64 and is also a pretty good artist. Let's be real.
Okay, not
Seeing
helpful.
a couple Nepti and some Shannon. Yeah, not surprised.
Giant's shoes. Is that it?
Ooh, giant shoes.
Is that
In
it?
this house, yeah. I do not think that there is a save
Fuck.
in this house. Are you in the quest? Look at the. Are you in the desert? Like, look at the overworld map to show where you're at.
I'm not in the
Yes,
big
that is-
desert yet.
Yes, the big desert does not have a place to save. You have to go over to the other thing. So
Okay,
if you
well,
wanted to
oh,
bail
wings.
out, then do some wings. We can walk back here. We'll do a little hot lap through the desert. Bryan will bring a couple bottles of Mountain Dew for the trek.
Oh God, it's gonna take me back through the tunnel. Please don't go to Greenock. Nope, I'm walking. I'm not
Oh.
going back through the tunnel.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea actually. That's a long time.
Apologies to my loving wife. Stream's going a little
Minutes
bit late.
Oh, you have magic to burn. You can always escape a battle with the spell. It should work most of the time.
Does that bring me
I guess if you're
to
just gonna.
the last place that I saved?
You can escape from a battle with the escape spell, right?
Yeah. Well, I
Right?
was thinking
Is that how that
because
works?
there's
Well, there's return,
Return.
and there's exit. Return returns to the last place you saved. Are we ready to gamble?
no last town.
Well, hot lap
Oh,
then.
oh,
Next,
God.
Next one. It'll be a nice, quick 15,
Oh,
20
that
minute.
sucks. God, I think I just. No, you know what? I just turn.
Oh, no.
I just
Are you-
turn it off. I just use my last save. We just wasted like 10
yeah.
minutes. Whatever. I just use my
that's
last
fine,
save.
that's fine. There you go.
It's fine as long as I don't
That
save
probably
again.
saves some time in the future.
Yeah.
What spirits did you grab? You grab any spirits?
I grabbed one.
Yeah.
I grabbed one spirit.
Okay. Oh yeah.
I'll
that's
be
fine.
able to get it back.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Mhm.
It'll be fine.
It'll be.
We can do it
fine.
again.
Oh,
We'll do
yeah.
it live.
Bryan is OP. Bryan is almost ready to fight the final boss.
Yeah, Brian's ready to kill God. Brian's ready to find out that his dad is God and kill him.
Mhm,
And then become dad who is God
Easy.
and open Eltail book and recreate the world in his image. That's the plot of this game, right?
Beautiful image. Yeah, that's what Eltail stands for. It stands for Bryan.
That's what Eltail stands for?
Collects.
Right.
Yep, sure. Yep, I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's totally what we're about to do.
Don't-
We're about to.
We don't need to
recreate
explain
the world.
how.
A perfect utopia.
A perfect utopia. Hooray! Alright. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And thanks for hanging out with me, Vyrn. It was
no
a
problem.
blast.
It was. It was
We'll
good.
try to do this
Wednesday,
again
right?
on Wednesday. Just Wednesday.
Just Wednesday.
Same time, same Zin time, same Zin channel.
Thank you for swinging by, Wizard. Hang out.
Thanks, Wizard.
We'll be hopefully fighting maybe Fargo, maybe something else. Maybe we'll find out what the heck is going on with what's Shannon talking about. Why she keeps
What the
showing
fuck
up
is up with
places? It's
Shannon?
gotta be something.
I
about
assume
Shannon.
that we never find out anything about Shannon. I assume that
I bet we
she's
don't
just
find out anything about Shannon.
either she's
We
the
gotta-
final boss and she's Mammon, or she's never
there's Mammon
explained.
too. Yeah, we gotta figure out Mammon. Yeah, or she's never explained.
God,
Normal
it
Quest
would be the funniest thing if Mammon just gets dropped. Like there's nothing else. There's nothing to Mammon.
Yeah, my
It's like she mentions it once.
Huh?
Incredible.
Final boss is just like you have to open the Yellowtail book. You have to like pick the pages open or throw rocks.
Oh
at
yeah,
it
like
when the book opens.
I guess it could be like the final boss is the Eltail book, and you have to fight against it.
I like that.
That'd be something. That'd be something.
That'd be weird.
That'd
I
be
wonder
cool.
how big a book can be. Like
I
how,
mean,
to make it difficult to open. Maybe just like a small book.
well, it's like an evil book that you have to fight.
Very.
You gotta fight
I
for
wonder
your
if
right
we'll-
to open the book.
You got enough crystals? I hope. Oh, we gotta get one more.
Well,
but-
Fargo's got the last one. We gotta go to Fargo.
Ah, we gotta
Gotta
do
go to
Fargo.
Fargo.
We gotta go to Fargo. We gotta
Gotta
get
go
some
to
insomniac
Fargo.
cookies. Get some Mountain Dew.
Jail
some
beers.
Colt 45. Yep.
All right.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
I'm gonna
Alright.
actually end the stream for real now. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.